So let's warm up for this one first of all. You're going to hold by a thumb and a finger, then you're going to switch to the opposite thumb and finger. Then you're going to switch again, and switch again, switch, 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 until that feels really comfortable. Then we can try a thumb and the middle finger, and the same on the other hand. And then the ring finger, and on the other hand. And then the little finger, on the other hand. Then try and walk up and down, and really get used to that switch there. Switch, 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 switch. Thumb and finger, move your hands apart, and do the same thing, but on the outside now. Boop, 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 walking up and down, getting used to controlling, like that. Bring your hands back together. So, thumb and finger, move apart, thumb and finger, come back together. The ball's always turning in the same direction. If it's going back and forwards, you're not doing it right. Always turning. If you're using an acrylic, it'll be a bit heavier. Use 2 fingers. Got more control, use 3 fingers, keep your hands together. Alright, so you can do that. That's nice and straightforward. Let's see what we can do just to add some subtlety to this and to bring it in line with everything that we've talked about so far. So, we're still connected from our chest here. These curves are still nice and round, our shoulders aren't too tense, we're not come down here. Everything's still on a nice midpoint. It's nice and relaxed. It's still a fixed point, and it can still move around. You can stop and move, or you can move whilst doing that same technique. Try and think about the shape that your body's making and play with that and how that can affect what you're doing. One thing which I see lots of people doing when they're starting out, you might not be aware you're doing it. I used to do it and I think it's incredibly cheesy, is doing this and then tilting the head because it's so magical. Or tilting the head that way and then it changes and the head tilts again. If you're doing that, try not to do it unless you really want to do that. Try and keep your posture up. And if you want to go tilty head, like a magical fairy beast, then go for it. Otherwise, try and keep that posture nice and clean. So moving, define your stops. Stop, moving up, stop, moving, moving. So again, when that fixes, it fixes, and we're convincing ourselves of that. There are so many variations of this, it's amazing, you can really play around with it. First one, I'm always reluctant to talk about this because as soon as I show you, you're going to be doing it all the time. And it's this kind of explosion, which I first saw Okatampe doing. I think a lot of people got that from Okatampe. It's just, I use ring finger there and thumb, and just make a little circle around, keep everything nice and close. You're allowed to do that, just don't only do that. Do other stuff as well, because it can be really overused. But play with it. It's really nice. Audiences love it, go crazy for it. So yeah, take that away with you. From our base position here, finger and thumb. Thumb's going up at the back, fingers are going down in front. You're going to make a nice little OK sign to do your switch. Thumbs coming up behind, fingers going down in front, OK sign. So you see the thumbs are always going up, fingers are always moving down. How are we going to use that? For our climb here. And climbing down. There's a little subtle variation here. You can do lots of little climbs to come up, or I personally much prefer this, just one nice slow, well-defined climb. One slow movement to come down. It's just a little bit cleaner. I just happen to prefer that one, but it depends on what style you're going for. You can play around with this stuff, again, make it your own. We've got this range of motion, and this isolation here fits in perfectly. Still fixed point. It doesn't need to be a big thing, it's nice to use that as a transition from one point to another. Again, just thinking about how this is a different grip that we have, that we can play with. There's so many different variations of this. It really is something you can just sit down, experiment with just the thumbs and the fingers, isolating that or letting it pop out. Boom, boom, boom. Really nice sudden speed changes. And the more you watch, you'll see people have done really, really interesting stuff with this. So watch a load of videos, steal everything that you can, try and source it if you can remember who you stole it from. Stole that from Pillar Lip. That one I stole from Nick LTD, which is really cool. If I can't even do it anymore. There we go. Yay! Watch videos and steal things. I think that's a good message for everyone.